Okay. Are you working there? Yes, we are. We're recording. This is a few days later, this video. Let me turn that TV down. Where is my telephone? Because my remote control is broke. I have a remote control, oh my god. I have a remote control on my phone. It works with my TV. And there's a carry-on film on in the background. Let me turn it down. What I was saying at the end of that other video as well, that their panel, and I think it's like 1800 somewhere around there for the ceiling panel setup that they have. Their panel it's only 16 by 16 inches, which I was really surprised because that's pretty small. No, it does look pretty cool and it has all the buttons on it, but like I said, it's still a mad amount of money. You were talking about a Mustang. I'm going to make this video and waffle away continuously. Only this time I'm going to go for a flight. But you were talking the other day about the P-51 Mustang, which is the American version of the Spitfire. So you were talking about making a Spitfire. I'm in... I don't even know why I'm in this plane. Let me see. What are we in? Are we plugged in? I might not be plugged in. Nope. I didn't try or do anything yet. So, this is where we're at. For some reason or other, I unplugged all... I took all the plugins out because I wanted to get the weather working again for these videos. And of course when I did that, all my what do you call it have stopped working now, my Kindles stuff. They're not seeing any data. We'll do real time because it's in the afternoon time. And this is the aircraft out. Let me zoom in for you because I know you're out there. Just a little bit. There you go. I have a modified stand now. I have a floor sweeper and a sweep and brush handle, so it works perfectly there. Keep together. So we will go into... I haven't edited any of these videos, so you're getting these as just me waffling. Eventually I will get down to editing them. I started practicing editing there on Sunday. So I have a program that will run that and work that. So like I said, I have most of the bugs and bits and pieces. Everything works for us to manufacture now at the moment. Bar just building the first one in the electronics and that. So this is my aircraft in here. This machine is running horribly slow. I pressed that button already. See? They updated Microsoft. I keep saying Xbox with this, but it's not on an Xbox. It's on a laptop. And they updated, Microsoft did an update there last week or whatever, and my frame rate dropped in the game from 22 frames a second or whatever to about 11. So it halved my frame rate, whatever it did. I put VNC on it to see if there was virus or anything. Not VNC, AVG. See if it was a virus or anything, and it's finding all sorts of shit on it. But I can't get the frame rate up again. I don't know why. So these are my planes. So these would be the fighters I've downloaded. So I think I have already 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. There's probably 25 fighters there. Same problem again. Most of these planes do not work functional wise. Let me see if I can find a bad one. And I'll show you what I was talking about the 2D panels, or the problem is some of them don't have panels at all in the interior. Now the weird thing about the ones that have this one has an interior, but it's 2D, so I can't roam around, I can't move my head around or anything. It'll only do this. So you have to make up. This has a 3D panel now. What am I talking about? What about my mouse? What is going on? Oh, it does. See? Forget about that. I have to edit that out. Maybe it's just pressing the wrong button on the mouse, or it was just a little slow. But like, I'll try and find one that's pretty crappy. I don't know what an M28 is. Let's try that. They're fairly realistic when you fly these. They black out, they go red if you drop too much. Which is that's when the blood is rushing to your head. Everything turns red. They turn black if you go the other way. This is a 2D one. Right? This is not a fighter, obviously, but it's in my military thing. This is typical of me. When I can't find, when I'm looking for a plane, I'm stuck with them all the time. There we go. I know these are pretty crappy. I can't find a bad one. The rest of the time I'm looking for a good plane, I can't find none. I find nothing but bad ones. I must separate them into 3D panels. 3D displays on the inside, and then 2Ds, and then the other ones that don't have one at all. This is another 3D one. Holy crap. I couldn't pay for this if I tried. I'm not even going to keep punting around. You'll see what I'm talking about when you're goofing around. A 2D panel, you can only look up and down on it. We'll come across them when we're doing a flight or whatever. I'm not going to keep goofing around looking for them. But what we were looking for is the American Mustang, which is here. So this would be the same as what you're talking about in your Spitfire. Pretty much the exact same thing. I think they're both like 16-cylinder engines or something. Oh, here we go. That's too funny. So this one has a 2D panel in it. Excuse me. So you can see the plane on the outside has it's the full Mustang. That pole sticking out of the front of it, I did that. There's the plane maker, you can bring it in, and I didn't know if a plane already has weapons on it, you don't need to stick anything on it. So this Mustang now has this huge weird gun sticking out of the front of it. It has that missile on it as well, which I don't think came with the game, but I can't get rid of it, and it's running right through the prop. There's a plane taking off in the background. I never told anybody to take off. Oh, this is another glitch I found. These planes are taking off across the backyard in the airport here. These are sort of robotic planes that randomly fly on their own. They're not even programmed, so they just run around on their own all the time. But I just found out the other day that they actually take off from the runway that you start off in. That's how they get to be in that area, I presume. But they don't necessarily know where the runway or where the ground is. They just take off from taking off. Anyway, meanwhile, back inside this dude, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, it's running horribly slow. Since we're getting 41 frames a second, but we ain't not. So this is what you're stuck with a 2D panel. And as you can see, this is not the interior for a P-51 Mustang. And the reason for that is same thing. Battery, avionics, bus tile, always in red. Generators. Pitot heat. Still not too sure what pitot heat is. I thought it was probably the heating on the seat for them at first, but I think it's got something to do with the carburetor intake. Some of them you have to run with pitot heat on. Some of them you only start them up with it. These are just lights, navigation, banana. This is the igniter for the motor, which I don't know in this whether you turn it on or off because there doesn't seem to be any warning panels. So what happened is somebody went in and got the Mustang and got a shell of a Mustang, and then designed this panel themselves. But like I said, a Mustang never came with all this digital stuff. They barely invented electricity back then. These are auto brakes, which they would never have had. This is the tracking system. These buttons here just control what's on the screen. And like I said, these panel here is the one we don't have. Everything else we can get our hands on. This is where you either get an Apple or you get, I forget what it's called. It's the Samsung Pads, one of them. I haven't looked at the price of them. If we can get them cheap enough, because the Kindle's only 50 bucks. You might be able to get something for a couple of $100 that will download and software allow you to run that on it. Do not know, we're not really worried about that. That's more for the commercial guys anyway. And this plane is funny because there is no throttle control and no nothing on it. And for the fact that I know it needs mixture turned all the way on, which I'm turning the mixture up because I've got all the little, that's my keyboard. I've got all the little